on their own state police, they could make some progress. And I may just give this free advice that in the immediate aftermath of creating state police, one issue that will be significant will be training. But rather than go individual, we may start with having the 6 geopolitical zones, having joint effort to maintain a training school, and then can learn from what goes on in other zones. In other words, don't bear the burden alone. And that way, you are even able to modify the syllabuses that the various training schools will have, because we are going to do state police. The time is here and now. We should be now be more proactive in thinking, I don't want to use the well-worn expression, out of the box. I don't know where it is kept, but prepare for what should be.
Well, at this point, we'll take a short break. When we return, there'll be more on the argument for and against. He's a police historian, all about police and policing in Nigeria. Well, Prof, if we agree that what some of the states have done by establishing security agencies is akin to starting off police organizations of their own, and given the quantum of support, materially and otherwise, which they have given to the Nigeria police force, their states, as you said, if they put half of that into their own states, they might be solving the problems. But then, on the other hand, one of the biggest arguments against state police is the fear of abuse. In other words, people say governors, politicians will now have a tool to subjugate their political opponents. Is that argument valid?
That argument is not invalid, but it's been overflowed. And in my other appearances on this and other programs relating to this subject, I've always stressed the one point. Any political governing elite with control over police in his domain or their domain, misusing the police is a very risky game. You have only one prayer to say: to die in office. Because if you finish your term, and that's the beauty of the Nigerian constitution that we have now, at the executive level, you have a maximum that is permissible, 8 years. If you misuse the police, by the time you leave office, everything you use the police to do to your opponent, the new man of power can use them to do to you. Now, many people do not appreciate one fact. The police owe loyalty to government of the day. It is their bonding responsibility to owe loyalty to government of the day. And the police, when carrying out their functions, may look to people like people obliging individuals. No, they serve the state. And that's why it is always difficult when you're looking at the issue of maintenance of law and order. Who makes the law? It is the government of the day that makes whatever law. It is not the business of the police to query why the law has been made, but enforcement to ensure that you do not violate a law that has been made. But